welcome to Big Picture Movie Making Class. My name is Jennifer Connelly, I'm the owner-founder. I just wanted to give you guys a brief peek into some of the movies we have made. We started making movies in 2012. Basically we have fiction movie classes and we have social experiment documentary classes. So fiction classes last 2 weeks. We usually pick a genre and a theme and we build a beginning, a middle, and an end with characters. And the students come up with their own story, and that gives them more investment and more fun. It makes the class more fun in general. Usually we start by watching some films, and then that gives us motivation for what we want to make. So the way that system works basically is we set up a list of our scenes, we assign actors, and students take turns doing the film work, the acting, the directing, the set design. We kind of all work together, and since it is such a small group, it's really manageable. We go to an Apple store and we take a tutorial, a field trip, and we learn iMovie. And it's pretty accessible, it's really easy to learn. So I think that's a good tool for our class because it's basically basic movie making. The same goes for that. Those kids that are more interested in editing will spend a little more time on that part of the class because that's their interest. So the fiction movies that we've made since 2012 are The Fortune Cookie Killer, Ravioli Revenge, The Serial Killer, The High Price, Skizzy Dizzy and A South Get Paid, Project Eero, Ghost Smashers, which is playing in the background, and The Cat's Out of the Bag, which was our last 2017 movie. And you can see all the movies on YouTube. It's Jenny Connelly and it's Big Picture Art House channel. So a lot of our films tend to involve detective work, and the earlier films involved food and detective work and murder. I'm not sure why. It ends up being humorous whether we want it to be or not because we're just improvising a lot of the scenes. The actors will know the goals of the scene, but a lot of times they make up some of the dialogue on the spot. So for locations, we often set up sets in the Big Picture teaching space because it has a lot of options, a lot of rooms. There's 2 units, a yard, a garage, a basement. So we can kind of mold each location to be an office or a bedroom, a headquarters, different scenarios like that. So that makes it actually really great to have this option when making movies. We also film in public. We'll go to Chinatown, the Prudential, a cafe if the scene calls for a cafe. So we kind of mix it up, but there have been times when the majority of the scenes were at sets at the Big Picture teaching space. So we also have a second genre which we make on occasion. It's a documentary films. I call them social experiment, and they're my favorite classes to teach. I have a BA in psychology, and this is a fun way to be creative, but explore some kind of social psychology phenomena. So we've made 3 films. In The Kindness of Strangers, we set up trials to see if the public would act kindly or not to our trials. We would drop $1 and see if it was returned. Some kids would have a sling and crutches and a lot of bags and try to get across the street and see if anyone would help them, or have a sling and see if someone would tie their shoe. We did a number of things. And we also tend to accompany documentaries with a little series of questions, very brief for the public. So for The Kindness of Strangers, we asked, if someone could steal and not get caught, would they be more likely to do it? Do you think people are inherently good or bad? And in that movie, we also asked people on the street to sign a pledge to be the best citizens they could be of their community and the planet. So that was interesting to see who signed it and who refused to sign it. It was kind of funny. Everything is done lightheartedly and with fun. Often we throw in a little bit of acting and fun in these documentaries so kids get a chance to act and play and not just do the interviews and the trials. For example, in The Bystander Effect, we did a reenactment of a scene showing how that phenomena came to be coined. And then in Safety, Real, or an Illusion, in the middle of the film, it turns into a fiction film when one of the interviewers gets kidnapped. And we have to call 2 detectives to solve and find the kidnapped interviewer. So most kids tend to think they would like a fiction class, which is a lot of fun, but I think if they knew more about the social experiment ones, they would be much more popular and I would be able to offer them more. Right now we've only made 3 in 6 years, so I'm hoping to do more documentary social experiment. So watch some of our films on YouTube. This is Ghost Smashers in the background. I look forward to working with you here at Big Picture.